So I did have an idea of what to do down the allotment. I was going to build some more beds, but use the beds that were already down here, dismantle the ones that were falling apart and get rid of them and sort them out, to give me 3 or 4 beds that I could work with to grow something this year. Then all of a sudden someone bought in a load of manure, and they said that they were selling it for, I think it was 6 tonne for about £90. So I said, yeah, I'll have some of that. Got a load of manure. I'll just show you the pile I got. Let's switch it around. So that's my manure pile. I thought, right, okay, what I'll do is I'll build the beds up, put the manure in there. Here we go, I'm up and running. I was then told by a chap down here, actually it's not rotted down enough, you'll actually burn your plants, don't use it. And I've got to say, one thing about allotments is the people down here and the knowledge they've got is, for someone like me who's never done anything like this before, it's priceless. It's what it's all about, the community, everything about it. I just love people willing to pass knowledge on. I've got people giving me a few plants. It's great, I love it. So what I decided to do was, I thought, right, that's my plan, get that sorted. So what I need to do is sort out my compost. Someone was then closing down their allotment and they're selling the raised beds. I'll show you what they are. They're very simple. They come like this, and what you do is you just open them up and put them together, and they create these, and they've got angles on them and you can stack them up. So I thought, you know what, that'd get me up and running. So again, I took down the old raised beds that were no good. They were falling apart. I put some struts on some of the existing ones and left some of the ones that were already there that could be usable. And all of a sudden, as you can see, I've got loads of little raised beds everywhere that I can actually plant in now. And then the idea is, next year I'll get another collar to go on top of it, and I'll add my compost and build another layer and just keep building it up, so I can grow at a lower level to start off with and just raise them up. That's my plan. So here I was with all of these beds, 6 tonne of horse manure that I can't put in there because it's not rotted down enough. And then some chap turned around to me and said, do you want some soil? I've got some soil coming in, I'm clearing someone's garden for them. So I put all the beds together, as many as I could. I've still got a couple. You can probably just see the one, where is it, just there, that's not done, but the majority of them are. And I put them together, brought some soil in, and all of a sudden I've got an allotment. So the next thing that I need to do is get the composting up and running. I think it's vital on an allotment to make your own compost, and then I want to start making my own fertiliser out of rainwater, nettle leaves, stuff like that. I'm even thinking about maybe getting a wormery. But for all you novices out there who, like me, have just started an allotment and want to see, you know, what's going on, hopefully I can show you mistakes that I made so you don't make them. So one of them is, don't use a lot of manure that hasn't rotted down enough. So what I'm going to do is, the big beds that I haven't filled yet, which I'll show you now, these beds I'm going to actually fill with manure on the bottom and leave them for a year, and the other beds I can use because they'll be ready to go now. So I've got some front beds ready to go, little gooseberry bush there. Some more here, all ready to go. These are all from soil out of someone's garden, so this is all good to go. Now this one here, that's one of the deep beds that I'm going to lay the manure in to rot down and leave it for a year, as is this bed here. Got a big bed up here to fill, another bed there, and that bed over the back there. So I've got enough beds to keep me going to start growing, and some for rotting the compost in. You'll have to excuse the mess in the next bit, but the next project I've got is, now must get the composting sorted out. get the bins up and running and start composting as much as I can to make soil for next year, or maybe in a few months' time. You'll have to excuse the mess because it's mainly a lot of the beds that are broken down. I've got some new pallets in, but I'll show you where I'm going to build it, and then I'll do a video on how I'm putting the compost bins together. So here we are, here's my pallets. This is the plan. So I'm going to make a 3-bin system. I've got the bin on the right hand side almost built. I've cleared out a lot of the rubbish out of this one, and this one here still needs clearing out. So I'm going to put in another pallet here. The central compost will be 2 pallets wide. I'll put most of my stuff into there to make a nice big compost bin. The bigger they are, apparently the better the temperature and rotting stuff down, and speeds things up. I'm going to line it with a membrane. Now you can use plastic, but plastic tends to let the compost goes a bit sludgy and wet. Gets too hot, gets too wet. You can use all sorts of things really. You can use cardboard, but I'm actually going to use like a membrane, a cloth membrane. The idea with the cloth membrane is that it won't get too hot, it won't get too cold, hopefully it won't get too slimy. I'll compost in the big middle bin, which is 2 wide, and then I'll turn that over, and when I get some good stuff I'll put that in the left bin or the right bin to rot down further. That's my plan. So in a very short space of time, you can see that using these pallet collars, which you can pick up on, you know, maybe eBay, Marketplace, stuff like that, for about £7, £5, £7. But very quickly, I've gone from having no beds to almost 20 beds, and they're easily to work around. And then as I progress, I'll stack more and more on top of each other to get them 2 or 3 high, and just keep adding compost in between the layers, just to build it up, to hopefully get to a level where the no dig method of doing this will apply, and I won't keep bending over and pulling me back, which I'm pretty prone to do. Yeah, good to get the compost bins all sorted. I've got some sunflowers over there in the corner, and what I have also had is a lot of plants given to me by other people on the allotment, which I've got growing in a temporary little greenhouse ready to plant out. Okay, that's it for me for today down at the allotment. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more and catch up with me on further episodes, please hit the like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.